Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages. Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Newark Pilots Baseball on NewarkPilots.tv here on YouTube.com. I am Tim Watson, your play-by-play commentator for your Newark Pilots. Sorry for the little bit of a pause there as they were trying to page someone to the stand in front of Colburn Park. It is Saturday, July 27th here as your Pilots host the first place Utica Blue Sox, and the Pilots currently sitting in last place with a 14-30 record, whereas the Blue Sox have a 28-13 record. A beautiful night here at Colburn Park for some great baseball, as your Pilots, coming off a loss to Geneva last night, will look to bounce back and take down the first place team. And on the mound for your Pilots will be Mike Scully, so fear the Skull today. And your starting lineup for the Pilots will be as follows. Starting at shortstop will be Jamie Rabel. Hitting second, playing third base will be David Bermudez. In the 3 spot will be the DH Alan Murphy. Hitting fourth will be Tate Ballestero, the catcher. Batting fifth will be Sean Hillis, playing first base. Batting sixth will be Parker Denny in right field. Hitting seventh will be Newark's very own Anthony Moshevsky in left field. Batting eighth will be Brian Rivera, the second baseman, and hitting ninth will be Cameron Reynolds in center field. And we'll be back in just a little under 20 minutes for first pitch here at beautiful Colburn Park in Newark, New York. And thank you for tuning in. Good evening and welcome back as we approach first pitch. Here are some of Mike Scully's numbers on the year. He is 1-3 with a 5.06 ERA and 21.1 innings pitched. He struck out 13, walked 19, and given up 14 hits. And the first Blue Sox he'll face here is Tyler Simon, the shortstop, and he'll hit a ball to Rabel. Rabel will throw to first, and Hillis will make the play for out number one. One pitch, one out to start the inning for Mike Scully. That's going to bring up Brandon Hall, the catcher now. So Hall will bat from the left side, so a lefty-on-lefty matchup for Scully here again. Hall on the year is hitting a .273 as he takes first pitch ball. He's 3 for 11 on the year, so a late joiner. The 1-0 pitch from Scully will be ball 2, just a little outside as Scully thought it was there, so it'll be 2-0. Hall steps back into the dish. Scully throws for his second strike of the night. It'll be 2 balls and a strike here to the Utica catcher. The 2-1 pitch will miss outside, 3-1. So it looks like Scully's trying to locate the outside corner and just keeps barely missing according to the home plate ump. The 3-1 swung on, hit into left field, and is Moshevsky. Moshevsky will make the play for out number 2. So a nice play there by Moshevsky. And that'll bring up Bretton Phillips, the right fielder. So 2 quick outs for Scully now as he'll look to work a 1-2-3 inning to start this ballgame. Phillips taking his time to get in that batter's box. Ballestero having a talk with the home plate ump now as he towers over him when he stands up. Breaking ball called a ball. Scully falls behind 1-0. As I was saying, Ballestero towering over the home plate ump. He is definitely the tallest catcher I have ever seen. Not a position where you see a lot of height, as that pitch is roped into center field for the Blue Sox first hit of the evening. So with 2 down and 1 on now, that'll bring up the center fielder Vincenzo Castronovo. Castronovo bats here with 2 outs and a runner on. He's hitting a .279 on the year. Does have some pop with 1 home run, 3 triples, and 5 doubles, and 23 RBIs. Scully will take a look at first. He'll deliver home. He'll hit the outside corner for a strike. He'll get ahead 1-0. The 0-1 pitch will miss in the dirt. It'll be a ball and a strike now. Castronovo steps back in the box. Scully working very quickly, taking a look over at first. He delivers home. The 1-1 swung on, fouled off Hillis's way past the first base coach. It'll be 1-2. So very rarely do you see the catcher being the tallest man in your infield, but Ballestero will be that tonight. And the 1-2 pitch will miss. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Scully in the dirt, blocked by Ballestero. We'll have a full count now with 2 outs and a runner on first. So Scully steps back on the mound, takes a deep breath, working with a full count now and 2 outs. Castronovo calls for time. Home plate umpire lets him know he did it a little late. Adjusts the black batting gloves and steps back into the plate. The 3-2 pitch, strike three, inning over. Scully takes off from the mound. Your Pilots will look to get a rally going in a 0-0 ball game. Welcome back here, as leading off for your Pilots will be the left-handed hitting Jamie Rabel, the shortstop. And on the mound for the Blue Sox will be number 6, Andrew Braun. He's 2-0 on the year with a 2.41 ERA, 22.1 innings pitched. He struck out 23, walked 13, and given up 18 hits. And Rabel will look to make it 19 here. First pitch will be a ball. Rabel will get ahead 1-0. That pitch swung on, fouled off. There might be room for the Utica catcher, and it will go on top of their dugout for strike one. Rabel will see the count even at 1-1. In 31 games, Rabel is hitting just a little under the Mendoza line with a 198 average, which he has seen creep up in the recent days. A 1 for 5 at Geneva, he saw it raise .001 points as he takes a strike there. A 1-2 count now. The 1-2 pitch swung on, tapped to the first baseman. He'll call for it himself. A 3 unassisted to start the bottom half of the inning. And that'll bring up the third baseman from East Brunswick, New Jersey, David Bermudez. Bermudez steps into the plate here, hitting a .278 on the year. 10 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs, along with 26 RBIs. The first pitch to him will be a ball. Along with those accolades, he does also have an all-star selection, as he was a reserve for the Western All-Star team. Pitch is called a strike. It'll be 1-1. He also has a Player of the Night award for his game on the 25th, so 2 days ago against Watertown. He went 3 for 6 with a 3-run shot, and he bounces that one to the third baseman, who will have a strong throw to first. Bermudez will be out by half a step, and there are 2 down, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Alan Murphy. Murphy on the year is hitting a solid .372. He has 1 home run and 19 RBIs, along with an all-star start and finishing 3rd place in this year's home run derby. The first pitch to him here will be swung on, fouled off. He'll fall behind 0-1. So an aggressive hack there for Murphy, as he is only thinking about one thing here with 2 outs, and that's the long ball. The 0-1 pitch swung on, chopped back to Braun. Braun will glove it, an off-balance throw, and a step up in the air by the first baseman will end the inning. We head to the 2nd inning in a 0-0 ball game. Good evening and welcome back for the top half of the 2nd inning, as Scully will look to have another breeze through half of the inning, much like in the 1st inning with just a hiccup of a single into center field. And leading off will be Avery Cook, the first baseman. On the roster, he is listed as a pitcher. He's a local kid. He's from Utica, New York, which is where the Blue Sox play. Scully goes through the windup. He delivers home. Pitch is swung on and fouled off. He gets ahead 0-1. The 0-1 pitch be a breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. Talking with Scully for really the first time besides a quick interview before the game today, he said he loves working with Ballesteros because they both just graduated from high school, so their mindsets are quite similar. That pitch will miss. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 swung on and missed for a strikeout. Out number 1 here in the top half of the 2nd, and that'll bring up Tim Mira, the 3rd baseman. Mira on the year is hitting exactly 300. He's 11 for 50. He's 15 for 50 with 2 doubles and 2 triples with 8 RBIs. First pitch from Scully will be called a ball. He'll fall behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch from Scully. Breaking ball high, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled off the helmet of Ballesteros. It'll be 2-1. The 2-1 pitch called a ball, 3-1. Looked to be about there. Home plate umpire says no. Tough squeeze for Scully. He'll look to come back. The 3-1 pitch will miss high, as the last call definitely affected him. So it'll be a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Gabe Sherman, the second baseman. Sherman will bat here with a runner on first now and 1 out. On the year, Sherman is hitting a .219. He's 14 for 64. Scully takes a look over to first. He will throw over, a good move. Hillis's tag will be a tad late. Back in safely will be the Blue Sox runner. So Scully with a good move across the diamond to first base. First pitch will be swung on, hit into the gap of second and first for a 1-out single. So that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 22, Matt Parkinson. Parkinson will bat here with runners on second and first and 1 out. On the year, he's hitting a .216. He's 11 for 51. And Scully will look to work out of trouble here with just 1 out and runners on second and first. He takes a step off the mound, regathers his composure, and steps back on. The first pitch to Parkinson will hit him. He'll take first, and the bases will now be loaded with 1 out. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 30, Ben Montenegro. On the year, Ben Montenegro is hitting a .133, swinging it from the left side of the box, so a lefty-on-lefty matchup for Scully here with the bases loaded and 1 out. That pitch will miss in the dirt. A good block by Ballestero after he just took one off the face from the hit-by-pitch. So Ballestero will walk out to the mound now and try to hand Scully the ball, as it will fall from his glove, as the nerves are certainly pumping here with the bases loaded and just 1 out. So that can sometimes be the problem of two kids fresh out of high school against some guys who have seen experience in college. The inexperience here has led to the bases loaded with just 1 out. That pitch will miss. It'll be 2-0 from Scully now. Scully comes set. He delivers home the 2-0. Swung on and hit fair. Hillis will bobble it, and he'll have no play at all. A run will score, and the bases will remain loaded, as it looked like it bounced right out of his glove. So with the bases once again loaded and just 1 out, that'll bring up Tyler Simon, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to Rabel. Thought about, held off, called a ball. Scully falls behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will miss in the dirt. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes with 1 out, as the bases remain loaded and Simon steps back into the box. Scully comes set, delivers home 2-0, swung on, hit foul towards the Pilots' bullpen, and just over the heads of what looks like Gorman and Boyko. So the 2-1 pitch swung on, hit in the air. Moshevsky running in. He will make the play. The runner will stay on a strong throw. So there will be 2 down now with the bases loaded and 1 in. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 27, Brandon Hall. In his first at bat, he flew out to Moshevsky. So both the 1 and 2 hitters now have flyouts to Moshevsky. And the 2 hitter will get his second at bat of the game here in the second inning. Lefty on lefty, favorable matchup for Scully. First pitch will be in the dirt. Blocked by Ballestero there. Scully falls behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will be called a ball just outside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch swung on, hit Moshevsky's way once again. Running in, he makes the play. Utica leaves the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the second as your Pilots trail 1-0. Welcome back here to the bottom half of the second inning. Off for your Pilots, the tallest man in the infield today, the switch-hitting catcher, Tate Ballestero. Talked with Tate before the game, along with our social media guy, who is now a member of the Pilots bullpen, who runs a big Yankees account called Bronx Bombers News. Tate was talking to us about how he was good friends with the Yankees' #1 overall draft choice 2 years ago. So that was an interesting little story there. As the first pitch to him will be called a strike, 0-1. That pitch will miss inside. It'll be 1-1. So once again, if you're a Yankees fan, definitely give Bronx Bombers News on Instagram a follow, a quality account there. The 1-1 pitch will be a breaking ball called a strike, 1-2. That pitch swung on, hit to short. Ballestero will dig. The throw will beat him by a few steps for out #1 here in the bottom of the second. That's going to bring up today's first baseman, Sean Hillis. Talked to Hillis during batting practice too. Saw a few of his swings and told him, Sean, I think you're going to go yard today. And we'll see if he can to redeem for the error in the top half of this inning. First pitch to him will be called a strike, 0-1. So a good frame job there by the catcher to get a strike one. The 0-1 pitch will be strike two. It'll be 0-2. That pitch will miss in the dirt. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes now to Hillis. The 1-2 pitch will be a ball, 2-2. So Hillis working himself a great at-bat here. 2-2 pitch will be called strike 3 for out number 2 here in the bottom half of the second inning. And that's going to bring up Parker Denny, today's right fielder. Seen a lot of time at first base today, but he will be playing a corner outfield spot. And he'll look to get a Pilots rally going here with 2 outs. First pitch will be called a strike. Denny didn't agree much there. He falls behind 0-1. So looked a little outside, but once again a good frame job by the catcher. The count will even up at 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch misses high to Denny. He gets ahead 2-1 now. The 2-1 swung on, fouled off, hits the netting behind the back on the backstop. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom, as the Pilots are still looking for their first hit here early on in this game. And the Blue Sox have a run off of 2 hits and a Newark Pilot error. The 2-2 pitch misses in front of the plate. It'll be 3-2. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Inning over. We head to the third inning as your Pilots trail 1-0. Welcome back to the third inning of this broadcast of Newark Pilots baseball as they face the first place Utica Blue Sox. Leading off for the Blue Sox here will be Brenton Phillips, the right fielder. The first pitch from Scully will be called a strike. He'll get ahead 0-1. So as the Pilots are running low on pitchers to end the year, as they're hitting their limit, it looks like Jordan Fedor is warming up there in the bullpen. So Scully, another hit by pitch here to start the inning. And that'll bring up Vincenzo Castronovo, the center fielder. Another Blue Sox who is actually from Utica. So a few homegrown guys there for them. And Scully will look to get out number 1 of the 3rd inning. First pitch will miss, says the home plate ump. Scully will fall behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Big hack there. The only result is a swing and a miss. Scully evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch will miss low. It'll be 2-1. Scully paying extra close attention to the runner at first in fear of him going. The 2-1 will miss just high. It'll be 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Scully swung on and missed once again, 3-2. So Scully has worked himself back here. As he comes set for the payoff pitch, Castronovo steps back in the box. The 3-2 swung on, fouled off. We'll have 3-2 here again. Home plate ump signals play. The 3-2 here will be a ball. Just misses the outside corner. Scully not happy with being squeezed there. And that'll bring up the first baseman, number 39, Avery Cook. Cook steps up here with runners on second and first and no outs. So Scully in a little bit of a jam. Going to try to work out of it here. First pitch swung on, hit Rabel's way. He'll go to 2. Rivera will throw to first. A pick by Hillis will be in time. So 2 outs now with a runner on third. So after 2 outs for the price of 1, that'll bring up Tim Mura, the third baseman, with a runner standing 90 feet away from scoring, and Scully will look to strand him there. First pitch to Mura will be a strike. Scully gets ahead 0-1. A pitch in the dirt. They're going to say he didn't go. It'll be a ball and a strike. That pitch swung on, hit back up the middle. Rabel on a dive, a throw to first, stretched by Hillis. He's on the bag. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the third as Utica strands a runner at third in a 1-0 ball game as your Pilots trail. Welcome back to the bottom half of the third inning, and leading off for your Pilots is Newark's very own Anthony Moshevsky, the left fielder. The first pitch to him will be in there for a strike. He falls behind 0-1. That pitch swung on and missed 0-2. Moshevsky attends Utica College, plays a lot of outfield there. Back in high school, he was primarily a first baseman, but Utica likes to utilize the speed and put him in the corner outfield spots. That pitch swung on, hit the other way, and Moshevsky has your Pilots' first hit of the night. So down 0-2, back against the wall, turns into a single. And that'll bring up another local from Greece, New York, Brian Rivera, the second baseman. So the knock on the bat, like he does every game, awaits the first pitch. It will be low. He'll get ahead 1-0. The 1-0 pitch swung on, hit over the shortstop's head. Moshevsky will stay put at second. Rivera a single, and back-to-back hits for your Pilots. The bottom half of the order doing it right now. So with no outs and runners on second and first now for your Pilots to start this third inning, that'll bring up the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds awaiting the first pitch. He will watch it go by for a strike. He falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch swung on, chopped foul. It'll be no balls and 2 strikes now. So coming into this third inning, your Pilots had not recorded a hit yet, and the bottom half of the order started it out for them with back-to-back singles. And now in the 9 spot, Cameron Reynolds will look to continue the trend of the bottom half of the order. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed for out number 1, and that'll bring up Jamie Rabel, the shortstop, with runners on second and first. Rabel is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to the first baseman. A swing at the first pitch there, aggressive at bat. He falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch held off of by Rabel wisely, as it'll be a ball, a strike, and 1 out, with runners on second and first. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled off the elbow guard of Rabel, as it looks like he didn't even notice. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 to Rabel will be swung on and fouled off. Loses the elbow pad once again, and he decides just to chuck it. The 1-2 here will be in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with 1 out and runners standing on second and first. Rabel awaiting the 2-2. It will be a ball. Rabel works back a great count here, 3-2. As the scoreboard reads right now, it's 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. So a 3-2-1 up on the board. Rabel awaits. The 3-2 pitch will bounce in front of the plate. The bases will be loaded now with just 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And it looks like there will be a quick mound visit. And now the catcher heads back. And that's going to bring up one of your hottest Pilots hitters, David Bermudez, with the bases loaded and just 1 out. A big swing there for Bermudez as he misses the ball. He falls behind 0-1. Right idea there, as you're not going to score unless you get aggressive. That pitch swung on and hit foul territory, room for the first baseman to make the play. And there are 2 down now with the bases loaded. So with 2 down and the bases juiced here, that'll bring up the DH, Alan Murphy. The right guy for the job here, as he currently leads the Pilots in batting average with a 327, not a 372. A pitch high and in, has to duck away from it. He gets ahead 1-0. The 1-0 pitch swung on, chopped to the third baseman. He'll throw across the diamond. Murphy will be out by 3 steps. The Pilots strand the bases loaded. We head to the 4th inning as they trail 1-0. Good evening and welcome back to this broadcast of Saturday Night Baseball as we start off the 4th inning with Scully still on the mound, having surrendered just 1 run in 3 innings pitched. First pitch here will be swung on and missed. He gets ahead 0-1. A swinging strike there for Gabe Sherman, the Blue Sox second baseman. The 0-1 will touch the outside corner. Scully gets ahead 0-2 now. The 0-2 swung on, hit foul towards the Pilots bullpen. And it'll be 0-2, still Scully ahead. The 0-2 pitch will miss the outside corner as Scully was trying to hit it there. It'll be 1-2. The 1-2 pitch will miss. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 swung on, hit Rabel's way. He'll play it off the bounce. Good pick, throw across the diamond for out number 1 here in the 4th. That'll bring up the DH, Matt Parkinson. In his first at-bat, he got hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. So no official at-bat here today, but he did reach base. That pitch swung on and fouled off towards the parking lot. Scully gets ahead 0-1, possibly at the price of a windshield. The 0-1 breaking ball will be high. It'll be a ball, a strike, and 1 out here in the 4th inning. The 1-1 pitch, outside corner, 1-2 now from Scully. The 1-2 breaking ball will miss high, 2-2. So in this at-bat, Scully has not been able to get the breaking ball to break down where he wants it to, but has located the fastball very well. And that's just all about where he's finishing with the arm. And that breaking ball is there for a strike. And there are 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And that's going to bring up the left fielder number 30, Ben Montenegro. He is 0-for-1 on the night, but reached base safely on an error by the first baseman, Sean Hillis. The first pitch to him here swung on, fouled off. The 0-1 will miss low. It'll be a ball and a strike. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Scully is ahead 1-2 now. The 1-2 will be blocked by Ballestero. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th as your Pilots trail 1-0. Both teams are even with 2 hits apiece. The Pilots do have an error. The Blue Sox don't. The 2-2 will miss low. It'll be 3-2. The 3-2 pitch will be strike 3. Ring them up, send them back. We head to the bottom of the 4th as your Pilots trail 1-0. Through 4 innings, you can say fear the Skull as he has allowed just 1 run on 2 hits. Welcome back here to the bottom half of the fourth inning, and on the mound now, it'll be number 3, Ryan Mcwilliams. And leading off for your Pilots will be Tate Ballestero, the catcher. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to the shortstop. Every time he steps up to the plate, he laughs about his walk-up song that he loves so much. It's 50 cents in the club. So definitely a good one there. First pitch he sees is a swing and a miss, strike 1. So the sun is in the clouds. The lights start to come on here at beautiful Colburn Park as they will illuminate the field in just a few minutes. That pitch swung on, hit back where it's thrown for a leadoff single into center field. Botched by the center fielder. It rolls back to the warning track. Ballestero will hold up at 2 for a single and then an error by the center fielder. So with no outs and a runner in scoring position, that'll bring up the first baseman, Sean Hillis. So not the start to Mcwilliams' day that he was looking for on a leadoff single back up the middle. Great hitting by the kid just out of high school, Tate Ballestero. First pitch to Hillis will be a ball, 1-0. Mcwilliams on the mound does not seem to have overpowering stuff, but does do an excellent job of hiding his hand so the hitter can't really see what pitch he's throwing. Not sure if you can get a great view of it, but he does hide his hand well. So that will be a strike, 1-1. Doesn't seem like it'd be a big thing, but in baseball, you do like to see out of the pitcher's hand if you can react quick enough to see what they are throwing. The 1-1 to Hillis will be swung on and fouled off, 1-2. And when you can't get a good view, you get swings like that. Very off-timed and off-balance, as Hillis knows what he did wrong there, and he's not happy about it. He falls behind 1-2. So Ballestero standing on second, getting looked at. The 1-2 pitch will be a breaking ball outside. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch will be a ball, a snap throw at Ballestero. He'll be back in safely after the shortstop couldn't pick the ball. It'll be 3-2. Time is called. Hillis steps out as he awaits the 3-2 pitch. So no action out there in your Pilots bullpen right now. And none in the Blue Sox either. The 3-2 will be in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Hillis walks, fights his way back to a walk. And that'll bring up Parker Denny, today's right fielder. Denny will swing here with 2 on and no out in the bottom of the fourth. Tying run is on second. The game leading run, which would flip the scoreboard to us up by 1, is on first. That pitch will miss low. Denny will get ahead 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will be in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes. There'll be a quick mound meeting now, as Mcwilliams will look to regain composure and find the zone. The 2-0 will miss low. It'll be 3 balls and no strikes. Denny awaits the 3-0. We'll see if he has the green light here. The 3-0 pitch will miss. It'll be a ball. The bases are now loaded with no outs for your Pilots here in the bottom of the 4th.
From Newark, New York, number 20, Anthony Moshevsky.
So another mound visit here. Second of the inning. Your Pilots have the bases loaded for the second time on the night. Last time they got them loaded, they stranded them. And that'll bring up Anthony Moshevsky from Newark, New York, who I'm hearing from our great announcer here at the ballpark, Kyle. If you get a chance, come out and hear him one last time tomorrow or one last time on Tuesday, which will be our final home game, telling me that Moshevsky was the original ace, the Newark Pilots mascot. First pitch to Moshevsky will miss outside. He'll get ahead 1-0. He got your Pilots' first hit of the game. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed 1-1. The 1-1 will miss low. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 to Moshevsky will be a strike. The count will be all evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. Awkward swing there by Moshevsky as he goes down on strikes for out number 1.
Now the second baseman from Greece, New York, number 4, Brian Rivera.
And that'll bring up Brian Rivera. That pitch swung on, hit into right field. Ballestero will tag as it is very deep, and the Pilots should have a tie game here. So Rivera comes through and ties the ball game here. 1-1 now with runners on the corners and 2 down here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up the center fielder, number 11, Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout swinging. So it looks like there will be a mound meeting now to check on the situation of Mcwilliams out there. As he is having a long conversation with his coach here. And it looks like there is an arm warming up in the Blue Sox bullpen. So it looks like they're checking on the shoulder right now of Mcwilliams. And Mcwilliams will be out of the game now and visibly upset. And the Blue Sox will call on to another pitcher with 2 outs here and runners on the corners and 1 already in for your Pilots. So in just a moment, we'll know who the Blue Sox are going to. It'll be Austin Mercado. So after a little bit of deliberation there, we are back with a new pitcher on the mound. And just a refresher, here in the bottom of the 4th inning, there are 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Hillis at third, Denny at first, and 1 already in for your Pilots with Cameron Reynolds up. A throw over to first. Back in safely is Parker Denny. That pitch swung on, hit hard into right field, sending the right fielder back. He makes the play deep in the grass. We head to the 5th inning in a 1-1 ball game. Leading off for Utica here in the 5th inning with Scully on the mound will be Tyler Simon, as it looks like Rivera just took one off the face on a throwdown, but he'll remain in the game. So Rivera still tending to his face out there. Scully comes through, and the first pitch will be a ball. He'll fall behind 1-0. Pitch number 2 of the 5th inning, swung on, popped up. Rabel calls for it. He makes the play for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Brandon Hall, the catcher. He is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 fly balls Moshevsky's way that were both caught. Through 4.1 innings of play, Rabel has had 5 putouts already. First pitch from Scully here will miss outside. He'll fall behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will be low, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch thought about, called, strike 1, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch from Scully will be strike 2. It'll be 2-2. So Hall talking to the home plate ump now as he is unhappy with back-to-back strike calls, as Scully has worked back to a 2-2 count. The 2-2 breaking ball swung on and missed, as Hall felt like he had to swing with the past 2 calls for out number 2. That'll bring up Bretton Phillips, the right fielder, with 2 down. First pitch here will miss. Scully will fall behind 1-0. As he is not happy out there on the mound right now, even though he retired a quick 2 outs to start the inning. The 1-0 pitch swung on, hit into right. Denny is back, then he is in. Ball is caught. 1-2-3 5th inning for Scully. We head to the bottom of the 5th in a 1-1 ball game. Leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom of the 5th inning will be the shortstop, number 1, Jamie Rabel. Been a defensive wizard in this game here today. The first pitch to Rabel will be swung on and missed. He falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch will miss. It'll be 1-1. The 1-1 will be called strike 2. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes. That pitch swung on, hit to the first baseman. He'll take it himself for out number 1.
Now back, the third baseman from East Brunswick, New Jersey, number 8, David Bermudez.
So with 1 down now, that'll bring up the third baseman, David Bermudez. Bermudez is 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch to him there will miss. He'll get ahead 1-0. The 1-0 swung on, fouled off the netting just above my window. It'll be a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch will miss. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. That pitch swung on and popped up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch swung on, hit into left field, sending the left fielder in on a sprint. He makes the play for out number 2. So with 2 down, that'll bring up Alan Murphy, the DH.
From Richburg, New York, number 5, Alan Murphy.
Murphy 0 for 2 on the night. So the 1 through 3 guys do not have a hit on the day. So Utica has done a good job through 4.2 innings of baseball to get a wrap around the top half of the Pilots lineup. As Murphy swings at a pitch and fouls it off there, he falls behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch will miss. It'll be a ball and a strike to Murphy. That pitch will miss. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. That pitch swung on, hit hard into center. The center fielder will run over and make the play. We head to the 6th inning in a 1-1 ball game. Welcome back here to the top half of the sixth inning. Leading off for the Blue Sox will be Vincenzo Castronovo, the center fielder. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk. That pitch swung on, hit deep into in left center field. On the run, Reynolds cannot make the play. He gets a hand on it quickly, so it'll be a double for Castronovo to start the inning. So one pitch and a double. That will bring up Avery Cook now, with Castronovo standing on second and no outs here to start the sixth inning. So Scully, who has been excellent here today through 5, will look to work out of another jam here. First pitch will miss low. He'll fall behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch swung on, hit foul towards the third base coach. It'll be a ball and a strike. The 1-1 from Scully will be a breaking ball high. It'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch will miss. It'll be 3 balls and 1 strike. Scully comes set, takes a look back at second. Still looking in. Now he'll come set. Takes a deep breath. The 3-1 pitch will miss. Runners will be on second and first now with no outs. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Tim Mira. And it looks like there will be a quick mound visit with Ballestero and Rivera, as there are no outs and runners on second and first. And it looks like Blanchard will be sprinting down to the bullpen now, as we could possibly see him. He does grab his glove. It looks like he'll start to warm up. So Ballestero, mound visit over. He heads back behind the plate as Scully sees no outs, looking up at the scoreboard and checks on the runners at second and first. Been masterful through 5 innings of work today, looking at a jam here in the 6th, and will look to work his way around it. First pitch here swung on, hit into the gap of Bermudez and Rabel. A run will come in, and Utica leads 2-1.
The second base, number 11, Gabe Sherman.
So with 2 on and nobody out, that'll bring up Gabe Sherman, the second baseman. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a ground out to Rabel. Another ground ball here for Scully would be the ideal situation. That pitch not swung at. It's a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Scully will be swung on, hit back to Rabel. He'll go to 2. A strong throw by Rivera. A ball that cannot be picked by Hillis. Another run will come in. The runner will advance to second. As Rivera looks a little confused there at second base.
Parkinson.
So with 1 down now, there will be a runner on second. 2 in here in the 6th inning. Not really sure what Rivera could be arguing here, as he's going to try to argue interference, and he will not get the result he was looking for. First pitch will miss, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed. It'll be a ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch swung on, strike 2, 1-2. The 1-2 here from Scully swung on, popped up out of play. It'll be 1-2 here again. That pitch swung on. Moshevsky runs over into foul territory. Hat off. He makes the play for out number 2. And there are 2 down here in the 6th inning.
Now, the left fielder number 30, Ben Montenegro.
So with 2 down, that'll bring up Ben Montenegro with a runner standing on second and 2 already in. He is 0 for 2 on the day, reaching first on an error and struck out in his second at-bat. That pitch is strike 1. The 0-1 pitch swung on in foul territory. Bermudez running over, and he will not be able to make a play as the Blue Sox players crowd around outside their dugout. So it'll be 0-2 from Scully here with a runner standing on second. That pitch swung on, hit to Rivera. He'll throw to first. Inning will be over. If Scully's day is over, it is a good start for him. Another quality start here for him at Colburn Park. We head to the bottom of the 6th as your Pilots trail 3-1. Leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom half of the 6th inning will be Tate Ballestero, the switch hitting catcher. Ballestero steps into the box, awaits the first pitch. It will be a ball in the dirt, 1-0. That pitch swung on, hit up. The second baseman back. The right fielder in, calls for the ball, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now the first baseman from Derby, Connecticut, number 10, Sean Hillis.
So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as your Pilots trail 3-1, that'll bring up the catcher playing first base tonight, Sean Hillis. First pitch to him, swung on, hit hard towards the Blue Sox bullpen. He'll fall behind 0-1. That pitch swung on, hit into left field, sending the left fielder in for out number 2 here in the 6th inning.
Now the right field from Arlington, Virginia, number 22, Parker Denny.
With 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, that'll bring up Parker Denny as he'll look to get a Pilots rally going. As they look to rally back after the Blue Sox put up 2 runs in the top half of this inning. That pitch swung on, fouled off into the home bleachers. It'll be 0-1. The 0-1 pitch in the field ump is going to say he committed. It'll be 0-2 now. The 0-2 swung on and hit hard towards third base. It'll be foul. So Denny will see an 0-2 here again. That pitch swung on and hit foul. 0-2 again. That pitch swung on and missed by Parker Denny. We head to the 7th inning as your Pilots trail 3-1. Welcome back here to the 7th inning as your Pilots are currently trailing 3-1 on this broadcast on NewarkPilots.tv. I am Tim Watson, your play-by-play broadcaster for the Newark Pilots. Leading off for the Blue Sox here will be Tyler Simon, the shortstop. He is 0 for 3 on the night. And Scully is back out here for a 7th inning after being quality through 6. First pitch in the 7th inning will miss for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 will miss high. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch from Scully will be a strike, 2-1. That pitch swung on, hit to Bermudez, plays it off the bounce perfectly. A throw and a tag by Hillis for out number 1 here in the 7th.
Now the catcher, number 27, Brandon Hall.
So with 1 down here in the top of the 7th, that'll bring up Brandon Hall. So the Pilots will shift Hall now. Vacating third base, Bermudez moves to the short spot. Rabel moves up the middle. Rivera shifts over, and he'll try to bunt to beat the shift. He'll take the cheap way out and fall behind 0-1. And it looks like Bermudez is letting the third base coach hear about it now. The 0-1 swung on, hit to the gap of the shift between Bermudez and Rabel for a 1-out single. So if Rabel's in the right spot, he probably makes that play.
Now the right fielder, number 19, Brett Phillips.
So with 1 out and 1 on for Scully here, that'll bring up Bretton Phillips, the right fielder. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a hit by pitch. That pitch gets away from Ballestero. Up to second now is Hall. So a runner will be on second with just 1 out now. That pitch will miss outside. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch swung on, bounced to Bermudez. He will play it off the glove. A throw on the run. A good play over there by Hillis for out number 2.
Now the center fielder, number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo.
So that'll bring up Vincenzo Castronovo now with 2 outs. Castronovo on the day is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. That pitch, strike 1 from Scully. He gets ahead of Castronovo. That pitch swung on past a diving Rivera. Denny will throw home a trip, a tag. Ballestero gets the out after Hall trips. A great throw from Parker Denny. We head to the bottom of the 7th as your Pilots trail 3-1. Leading off for your Pilots here in the bottom of the 7th will be Anthony Moshevsky. Moshevsky is 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a strikeout swinging. As now it looks like he's having conversation with the catcher about his walk-up song. The Blue Sox pitcher will come set. The southpaw will deliver home. First pitch to Moshevsky will miss outside. He'll get ahead 1-0. That pitch swung on, hit off the glove of the third baseman. He has time to pick it. Moshevsky digs it out for a single there.
New York, number 4, Ryan Rivera.
So almost an athletic play by the third baseman, as it looks like there is actually a change out there on the field for the Blue Sox. As Simon is shifted to third base, Sherman over to shortstop. There looks to be a new second baseman out there, and when we get his number, we'll let you know who it is. It appears that Tim Mira has moved over to second base. So Mira moves to second, Simon over to third, and Sherman to short. The 0-1 pitch to Rivera swung on and fouled off 0-2. The 0-2 pitch will be high and in. Rivera is still behind 1-2. Rivera 1 for 2 on the day. We'll look to add another base knock here. That pitch swung on, broken bat, past the pitcher. The shortstop has time, gloves it for the out. So a scary set of events there as the broken bat just about takes out the pitcher. He can't make the play, but the shortstop will. And that will bring up the center fielder, Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds steps on here with Moshevsky standing at second and 1 out. Reynolds awaits the first pitch. It will be in the dirt. He'll get ahead 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Reynolds will come, and it will be a ball, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch swung on, hit to the third baseman, Simon. He'll glove it. It'll fall out of his glove. So an error there, and runners will be on second and first now with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. So on the shift to third base, 2 miscues for Simon early. The first one, you can't really blame him, as it was hit hard his way. That one, it fell out of his glove twice. So with 2 on and 1 out, trouble brewing here for your Pilots as Rabel tries to get a bunt down, fouls it out of play. He'll fall behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch will be a ball inside. It'll be 1-1. That pitch swung on, hit over the second baseman's head. Moshevsky will be held at third. The bases will now be loaded with one out for David Bermudez stepping up to the plate.
The third baseman from East Brunswick, New Jersey, number 8, David Bermudez.
So Moshevsky does have some wheels. Didn't get a very good read on it, so he has to hold at third. Bermudez currently 0 for 3 on the night, is definitely due for a knock here. Had a good few rounds of batting practice before this game. He said he was feeling very confident coming into it. He'll look to come through here. First pitch to him will be swung on, hit into center. Moshevsky will tag. And your Pilots will now trail 3-2. So the All-Star doing All-Star things there with a sac fly to cut the lead in half for the Blue Sox. And that will bring up his fellow All-Star teammate, the starting center fielder for the Western All-Star team, Alan Murphy. So runners on second and first now with 2 outs on the sac fly by Bermudez. Murphy will look to get something into the gap of the outfield here with 2 outs. First pitch to him will miss. He'll get ahead 1-0. Get picked off here late in this ball game, especially when you're down. Reynolds standing off of second. Pitch swung on, hit high. Murphy drops the bat in anger. We'll head to the 8th inning as your Pilots trail 3-2. Welcome back here to the top of the 8th inning, and back on the mound for your Pilots is Mike Scully. First pitch of the inning will be a strike. He'll get ahead 0-1. As it looks like the Pilots have some action in their bullpen as that pitch popped up out of play. Scully will be ahead 0-2. Warming up in your Pilots bullpen will be from Lions, New York, number 29, Kyle Evans. Evans, a familiar face around the Pilots as he pitched in an exhibition game this year and another one in a previous few years, as he officially signed a contract recently to be a part of this team. The 0-2 pitch will miss. Scully will still be ahead 1-2. So Evans, a high school teammate of mine, very familiar face to me, does have a good fastball and pretty good off-speed pitches, which we could see in this game as a lead-off base hit off of Scully. It will be a lead-off double there. And that'll bring up Tim Mira, the second baseman. So a mound visit now, as it looks like Scully might remain out there. Scully will remain in this game. Bermudez up there with Ballestero trying to talk Scully up, gain some confidence to work out of this 8th inning. So Evans could make an appearance this game, although I was being told before the game he is scheduled to make his Pilots regular season debut tomorrow. He did pitch in an exhibition game this year, getting the win. First pitch from Scully here will miss 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will miss. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch will be a strike, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch will be a ball, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch will miss in the dirt. Ballestero blocks it. Runners will be on second and first now. So with second and first and no outs, that's going to bring up the shortstop, Gabe Sherman.
Now at the shortstop, number 11, Gabe Sherman.
And it looks like Coach Quinn will come out and we will have a pitching change here. And it's going to be number 29 from Lions, New York, Kyle Evans, making his season debut here. Welcome back here as Evans is ready. He'll have to work out of a jam here with runners on second and first. Very, very cool moment here, seeing a former teammate of mine take the mound for the Pilots here for the first time. Not very overpowering stuff, but does have the good stuff. First pitch, Ballestero, a strong throw to third. And they're going to say he got around the tag of Bermudez. So not the start to Kyle's day that he was looking for. So the first pitch from Evans will miss 1-0. Runners are on second and third now. The 1-0 pitch will miss in the dirt. It'll be 2-0. The nerves are definitely sinking in out there for Evans as the first two pitches have missed 2-0. It is currently the top of the eighth inning with runners on second and third as the Pilots trail 3-2 to the Utica Blue Sox, and Kyle Evans has worked himself to a 2-1 count. The 2-1 from Evans will come as he comes set, delivers home. It'll be a ball, 3-1. That pitch swung on, popped up. Evans gets the pitch he was looking for. Rabel makes the play for out number 1 here in the eighth inning. So with one down and runners on second and third now, that'll bring up number 22, the DH, Matt Parkinson. Evans comes set. He delivers home. It will be high. He'll fall behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch misses outside 2-0 after Parkinson thought about it. The 2-0 pitch will be swung on, hit at Bermudez. He'll tag, he'll dive at the bag. Inning-ending double play. Evans gets out of it without allowing a run. We head to the bottom of the eighth inning as your Pilots trail 3-2. What a debut, Kyle Evans. So another new pitcher for the Blue Sox here, and it will be another lefty on the mound. Can you believe that? Yet another lefty. This time it's going to be number 45, Jake Randolph. And leading off for your Pilots here will be the switch hitting catcher, Tate Bellis. So runners were on second and third with no outs, and Evans got asked to come in. He worked out of it. So we're here in the bottom of the eighth as your Pilots trail 3-2. Ballestero puts one into center field with some charge on it, and the center fielder makes the play for out number one.
Now the first baseman from Derby County, number 10, Sean Hillis.
So that'll bring up the first baseman, number 10, Sean Hillis. Pitch inside. They're going to say it hit Hillis. He'll walk down to first now.
Now the right fielder from Arlington, Virginia, number 22, Parker.
And that's going to bring up number 22, Parker Denny. So a ball to Denny. Hillis will run to second on the pass ball. So with one out, it'll be a 1-0 count to Denny, with Hillis standing 180 feet from tying this game up. That pitch swung on, hit up. The catcher will run back. He will run out of room. It'll be a ball, a strike with one out here in the bottom of the eighth as your Pilots trail by one. The 1-1 to Parker Denny will be a strike outside corner, says the home plate ump. 1-2. Denny, you can tell, is not happy with that call, but he won't turn around and say anything, as that pitch was a few inches off the plate. The 1-2 to Parker Denny will be inside. They're going to say it hit him. He'll go to first now. So runners on second and first now, and something's brewing for your Pilots with the left fielder, Anthony Moshevsky, due up. The tying run stands on second. Go-ahead run is on first for Moshevsky here with one out in the bottom of the eighth. He's 2 for 3 on the day already. First pitch will miss outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch to Moshevsky will be a ball outside. He'll be ahead 2-0. The 2-0 pitch will be a ball, 3-0 now to Moshevsky. The 3-0 pitch will be a ball. Moshevsky walks. The bases are now loaded with just one out here in the bottom of the eighth for the second baseman, Brian Rivera. Now it looks like Utica's coach will come out. He will talk to him. Let's see if he takes the ball. Looks like they're just going to talk to him here and try to help him gain some confidence with players just starting to warm up in that Blue Sox bullpen. So he'll remain out there with the bases loaded and 1 out, and Rivera up for your Pilots. Rivera awaits the first pitch, and it will hit him, and the game is tied here in the bottom of the 8th. So Rivera has to wear it, but he ties it up. It's a 3-3 ball game now. And that's going to bring up Cameron Reynolds with 1 out and the bases loaded.
Now the center fielder from Cherryville, North Carolina, number 11, Cameron Reynolds.
That pitch is in there for a strike as Reynolds held off. He falls behind 0-1. Pitch high. The count will be evened at 1-1. That pitch swung on and missed. Reynolds falls behind 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch, and Reynolds will avoid it. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out here. The 2-2 pitch will be high. It'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes now. So probably the biggest pitch of the night coming here. A 3-2 count with 1 out. The bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th in a tied ball game. It will be swung on, chopped to the second baseman. No communication there, and Reynolds will beat it out for an infield single, and the run will score. And your Pilots lead 4-3 now in the 8th inning.
Now the shortstop from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, number 1. Let's hear it for Jamie Rabel.
So with 1 out and the bases loaded, as your Pilots have put up 2 here in the 8th inning, that'll bring up Jamie Rabel. First pitch to Rabel will miss outside. He'll get ahead 1-0. The 1-0 will miss low. Rabel gets ahead 2-0. The 2-0 here to Rabel will be high and in for ball 3. Rabel is ahead 3-0. We will see whether Rabel will have the green or red light here. The 3-0 pitch will be strike number 1 as Rabel tried to play it off like a ball and head down to first. He'll still be ahead 3-1. The 3-1 pitch will be strike 2. It'll be a full count now to Rabel as he was getting ready to take off his elbow protector and already threw the bat. So a 3-2 to Rabel now with the bases loaded and just 1 out as your Pilots lead by 1. That pitch will be inside. Bases loaded walk. Your Pilots now lead by 2. And that'll bring up the third baseman, David Bermudez. And it looks like there's going to be a pitching change here. And we'll see the first righty of the night for the Blue Sox. And that's going to be number 44, Bradley Tuttle. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning, we are back as your Pilots have a 2-run lead now. Bermudez is up. Rivera's going to think about going. He'll head back now. 3 already in for your Pilots this inning with just 1 out. Bermudez ahead 1-0. Pitch outside. He is ahead 2-0 now. Time is called as Bermudez steps out. He awaits the 2-0 from Tuttle, who is taking his time out there on the mound. The 2-0 pitch, thought about, held off, called strike one. Bermudez stays ahead, but now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, Bermudez puts a bunt down. Another run will come in, and he will try to dig. He will be just out for out number 2 here in the 8th inning, as your Pilots now lead 6-3.
Now back, the designated hitter from Richburg, New York, number 5, Alan Murphy.
So with runners on second and third now and 2 outs, 4 already in the inning for your Pilots, it'll be Alan Murphy. First pitch off the catcher's glove. Reynolds will score. The Pilots lead 7-3. So Murphy ahead 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will be a ball in the dirt, 2-0 now to Murphy. Tuttle taking his time on the mound. Murphy awaits the 2-0 pitch. He will hold off. It'll be a strike on the outside corner. He does not agree at all. As it looked a hair outside, it'll be 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Murphy will be swung on, hit to the third baseman, under his glove. Another run is in for your Pilots on what should be an RBI single. And your Pilots now lead 8-3.
Now back, the catcher from Morristown, New Jersey, number 26, Tate Ballestero.
That's going to bring up the catcher, the switch hitting catcher, who is tonight's trivia question, Tate Ballestero, and he'll get his first at-bat from the left side of the box after seeing a bunch of lefty relievers batting from the right side all night. Here comes his first at-bat from the left. The first pitch to him will miss outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch will hit the outside corner. It'll be a ball and a strike. Ballestero awaits the 1-1 pitch. It will be swung on, hit hard, foul. It'll be 1-2. Ballestero asked for time as Tuttle is taking his time out there on the mound once again. It is currently a 1-2 count to Ballestero with 6 already in for your Pilots in the bottom half of the 8th as they now lead 8-3. A hit and run there executed perfectly. Being sent now is Murphy. He will score. Ballestero will be at third, held up there, and he'll score now on what will be a Little League home run as your Pilots lead 10-3. On a ball that was thrown by the second baseman, Mira, over the third baseman's head. Ballestero comes all the way around to score, and your Pilots lead 10-3. So with 10 on the board now for your Pilots in the game, that'll bring up number 10 to the dish, Sean Hillis. So Hillis steps in the box, awaits his first pitch in the at-bat. As the scoreboard currently reads with some time, 10 runs on 8 hits with 2 errors for your Pilots, 3 runs on 7 hits with 3 errors for the Blue Sox. The first pitch to Hillis will miss outside 1-0. We are currently here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs as your Pilots lead 10-3. The 1-0 pitch swung on. A blooper hit over the first baseman's head. It will drop fair. Hillis slips running around first. He will end up at second with a what could have been stand-up double, but he slides into second. Nonetheless, it is a 2-out double for Hillis.
Now the right field from Arlington, Virginia, number 22, Parker Denny.
That's going to bring up Parker Denny, the right fielder today. So with 2 down, Hillis standing on second. The Pilots have come to life here in this inning, putting up an 8th spot in the 8th inning. First pitch to Denny will miss high. He'll get ahead 1-0. That pitch swung on, hit up. Back is the catcher. He will run out of room. It will be a ball and a strike now. Denny awaits the 1-1 pitch. It will be a ball outside, 2-1. The 2-1 will be swung on and missed. It'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, with number 22 up to bat here in the 8th inning as your Pilots lead by 7. The 2-2 to Parker Denny will be swung on and missed. We head to the 9th inning, but not before your Pilots take a 10-3 lead, and we'll be back with Evans on the mound trying to finish this one off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the top of the ninth inning as your Pilots lead 10-3. It'll be Ben Montenegro leading off the inning with Kyle Evans back out there on the mound for a second inning of work after a masterful job to strand runners on second and third in the eighth inning. That pitch swung on and missed there. He gets ahead 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and hit hard but foul. It'll be 0-2. Evans' 0-2 pitch will miss outside 1-2, but it's in the spot Ballestero wanted it. The 1-2 here will miss high and out 2-2. So Evans looks up at the scoreboard now, sees a 7-run lead in a 2-2 count, knows he just needs to put the ball in the zone. Swung on and missed for the strikeout. One down here in the ninth. The Pilots are 2 away from victory and 2 away from Evans' first career win. So that'll bring up the third baseman, Tyler Simon. And that is his first career strikeout here in the PGCBL. That pitch will be strike one. Evans gets ahead 0-1. The 0-1 will miss. It'll be a ball and a strike. That pitch swung on and hit into center field. It will be a 1-out single here. And that will bring up Brandon Hall, the catcher. So Evans will face a lefty now with 1 out and a runner on first. The shift will be on. It will be semi-on as there is still a big gap over there at third base. That pitch will miss 1-0. As Rabel and Bermudez will have some communication about where to play now. The 1-0 pitch will be a strike. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here in the top of the ninth as your Pilots lead 10-3. That pitch swung on, popped up. Ballestero will call for it. He will find it and make the play. There are 2 down here in the ninth, and the Pilots are just 1 out away. So 2 down here in the ninth with a runner on first. And Brenton Phillips at the dish now takes a strike 1. Evans gets ahead. The 0-1 swung on. Hit at Bermudez. He jumps up. He makes the play. Ball game over. The Pilots win. The Pilots win. They claw their way back in the 8th inning for an 8th spot. And Kyle Evans gets his first career win as a Newark Pilot in a regular season game. The Pilots win, and we will be back tomorrow. Please tune in again tomorrow. I am Tim Watson, and thank you for tuning in. Frenchie, let's go.